Welcome to episode 23 of Baldur's Gate 3. In the last episode, we were patrolling around the Shadow Cursed lands. We found a way to penetrate the darkness and walk around freely, and did some encounters today. Probably gonna do more of the same, some more encounters and at least one boss battle, which I consider to be the hardest boss battle that gives you absolutely nothing. And then we'll probably make our way down to Moonrise. I'm not sure if we'll make it down to Moonrise completely today. We might make it to the front door, because there's still a little bit of running to do. We are closing in on level 8 as well, so that should happen relatively quickly, which will be very good. This place does get creepier and creepier the closer you get to Moonrise Towers, though.
Fallen druids of the Emerald Enclave. They died trying to stop Catherick Thorm long ago.
If Yankee here. And the skull with a letter. Surrender declined. As you do.
Dark Justiciars, who fell long ago in service of Shah and Catherick Thorm.
So across that bridge is where we're going to go later towards Moonrise, but got some things over here.
Something over there. Is that Rolan? I thought he had better sense than this.
And Rolan's here. For whatever reason. My very first playthrough, because you gotta save Rolan here from these shadows, obviously. My very first playthrough, the shadows got the initiative and immediately killed Rolan with crits. So hopefully this time we don't have to deal with it. Which we shouldn't. Because I did just kill that one, which means there's a lot less chance of the second one killing it. It'll show itself.
God damn it all! I can do nothing right! Not a damn thing!
What are you even doing here?
I was looking for Cal and Leah. What else? Instead, I found myself cornered by shadow fiends and in need of rescue. From you, of all bloody people.
What do you mean by that? Should I have left you to die?
At least dead I'd have had a purpose. Perhaps as an appetizer for some cursed monster. I failed Cal and Leah again. Be on your way. I'll return to Last Light. I know when I'm outmatched.
Silly Rolan.
She was a healer, trying to aid the wounded in the battle against the Sharans. But there were so many. You sensed that this one was once a fisherman, taught by his father.
Don't give me trouble now.
That's always so sad. It's just hearing like the stories from those shadow vestiges, like why? Also, Rolan did take out a few of these shadow boys.
You sense a faded memory of marching in an army against Catherick Thorm. Victory seemed possible then.
Like, Rolan did take out quite a few of them, as you can see. Like, all of these ones with fire
You
around
see an
them.
old boot balanced
Including
upside
Gale.
down on a cobbler's knee as he taps the final nail into the new soul. Good as new.
Good as new. Another little item for the investigation of the Selûnite resistance. I think Rolan saving there is time sensitive. I'm not 100% sure, because in my first playthrough I didn't come across him until after I had been to Moonrise and done a lot of stuff. Now, before we go over that bridge, I want to finish the exploration on this side. Man, that was really funny that Karlach saw the trap and then Shadowheart was like, it doesn't matter. Interrogation going on here. Okay, so I was hoping to hit level 8 before doing the boss fight that I was talking about earlier, but unless I run into a few more mobs on the way there, I don't think it's going to be happening, which means this fight's going to be a little bit harder. But this team should be strong enough to take care of it, I feel. You know, we're pretty tough. This fella right here, Shadow Curse Shambling Mound. Honestly, one of the most annoying boss fights. Because it is a boss, it has legendary actions in honor mode. Don't even go near it in honor mode, honestly. And
Shouldn't have wished to live
the
in more
loot for
interesting
doing this
times.
fight, not even worth doing. Start with a big ol' sneak attack. I think after this fight we will actually go to
can't stay idle.
Moonrise, which means we are probably going to make it to Moonrise today. It was a good start. I never thought about using the caustic band on a ranged attacker, but because I have so many attacks and offhand, especially with the crossbows, having 2 acid damage on everything is actually insane. Try to get rid of this guy immediately. 1 HP. Now the Harpers have awoken. Some Spirit Guardians rolling. And we may as well pull out a weapon to try and cause some freak. Big old fireball. Puts up radiating orbs because we gave him that ring of radiating orb. Gale's like our support here. This is why the fight gets annoying though. The Shadow Curse vines. That spirit weapon did its job well. I'm gonna throw some water here just to get rid of those vines a little bit, and then actually use my stealth to my advantage in this fight. Nice. Didn't hit me. Good. There's a risk on this one. Got 4 HP. It'll either... Well, Shadowheart can probably kill it with Spirit Guardians right after, so maybe we don't even need to fire at it. Because she can still move. Although all of the missiles rolled low. Well, that sucked. Tank it like a Chad, Karlak. Take care of that fella. Branka is the only one that is able to freely move right now. Kind of have a plan, but it might
If the gods are watching,
go poorly.
if everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, that worked pretty well, and now that goes on 1 HP, which means we should be able to take him out. As long as I don't miss. If I had hit that, we could have got the double kill there, but... So that digestive acid that just happened, and we didn't get it on us, thankfully, but it activates this guy's Devour, which means he can just kill you. So thankfully we resisted that. Do a little magic missile and hope that the explosion takes out that one. Nice. We also just leveled up, and Karlak has 2 HP, and we land a Thunderous Smite. Did, but he saved from it. But a good amount of damage, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to actually get to the fella, but if you can... He did. Very good. Miss. That's a shame. Actually immune to piercing damage, so my shots don't even do anything, but I'm still doing the 2 acid damage. Later, Shadowheart. Go, Carly. I've just got to land, well, not even land, I've just got to hit 2 shots. There we go. Raise up Shadowheart. But yeah, like, you get this item from killing it, which is rubbish, and then there's an item upstairs, I believe, in a chest, which is also kind of rubbish. This makes this fight the hardest fight for nothing. A unique fight though, especially with the fact that you can splash water on the people that get the digestive acid on them and it removes the acid. And you can also remove the vines with the water. That's kind of cool. Shadowheart's popping off over there. Also, a man got stuck up here, but sometimes that happens. You get the Ring of Self-Immolation. I'm sure there might be a build out there that burns itself, but I've never played it. So, for me, doing this fight is most of the time useless, and that's why I skipped it on honor mode, because it wasn't worth the risk. Let's go ahead and level up. Level 8. We're going rogue again. There's 2 ways I could go here. I could go assassin, which would give me basically an extra action if I enter combat with an attack. I always crit against surprise targets. Have advantage on the first turn. You know, it's pretty good if you're going like super stealthy and you want to just 1 turn all the fights. But I'm going to be going thief because I do actually want to draw out some of the fights. Which means we do get an additional bonus action. And we have resistant to full damage, which is very in line with playing a rogue in World of Warcraft. So, Branka, you know? You still got it. Now Gale is continuing down the wizard way. He gains another level 4 spell slot. Take Ice Storm and Magic Weapon. He can, like, give Magic Weapon to maybe Shadowheart so she can hit a little better. If we actually use it, that is. As for a feat, we're probably just gonna go into intelligence now. We'll start giving him more intelligence so he can hit more attacks and do more damage. There is reason to go other places, but ability improvement is always a solid choice. Now for Shadowheart, getting to level 3 on Paladin makes it so she can't be diseased. She also finally gets Vow of Enmity, which means she will, wow, 10 turns of having advantage on attack rolls. It's pretty good. This spell alone is probably the best thing that a paladin even has in this game. Everything else that Oath of Vengeance gets, it's whatever. We're probably not going to use it, but Vow of Enmity, very good. Karlach, she just gets a feat. Since she has the +2 from the chest, if we go to 18, she would hit 20. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with Athlete. We'll go for that. Try it out on her. Works well with Lae'zel, so...
No time to rest.
You know, different class, but similar sort of playstyle. Well, after that fight and those levels, let's head on down towards Moonrise Towers. Start our trek down there. I might stop in at the Masons Guild first.
See that symbol on the ground? This was a Mason's Guild.
Yup.
I doubt anything's been chiseled here in a long time.
Up for discussion.
Arabella?
Tread carefully. You are still necessary.
Gods, what's that smell? Sulfur? Bizarre.
Interesting. Didn't sound so great.
Better not be cursed.
Like she'd been hurt or something.
Let this be a warning. Those who defy Shah's will shall suffer darkness without her blessing.
That's curious.
Here lies the Grand Mason, his bones and lies exposed. A pile of crushed bones of varying shapes, sizes, and creatures.
It's not much of the Grand Mason unless he was many different creatures. Interesting. Head downstairs. We do have the key, the tower-shaped key that we got from Mattis, I believe. Interesting that they had it. Time to walk right into this trap.
That's curious.
Easy. Easy disarm. This room looks nice, but I hear something. I also see something hiding in the floor there.
Excellent choice.
Gonna need some light. I see you over there. Don't know the possibility of getting rid of the Wraith in one turn, but he is the most important one to get rid of, so we'll give it a go. Dodged my offhand attack, that's alright. Since they can teleport, you know, it's better to have her a bit closer. Nice. Yeah, this Aura of Oblivion is why I wanted to take out the guy quickly. Spirit Guardians. And you might as well Vow of Enmity as well.
Don't waste a step.
I got strength drained, so I'm actually encumbered right now. Nice. And Karlak up here, she's got light on, so we should be able to get them out. Here they are. Scratch, no. Poor Scratch. He's just like the punching bag. I know one went this way, but I'm sure one went this way too. Yeah.
Cry about it.
Rude. I like fighting these shadows, but they can be a real pain in the ass to
Have
fight.
to keep going.
Shadowheart hasn't even really utilized her Vow of Enmity. I love how Barbarian can just change a critical miss to something that actually hits.
No, never mind. Back on my feet.
It is pretty good. There's the completion for the investigate the Selûnite resistance. Done. A helmet of arcane acuity. Pretty good helmet.
A happy, faded memory comes to you. A woman walking along a beach, holding hands with her husband-to-be. You can almost taste the sour ale that once clung to this soul's breath. He was insensible when the shadows came for him. Before the shadows, there was once a house full of warmth and children's laughter in this one's life. No more.
No more. So sad, man.
A distant memory of a man stretching his back with a groan. Another day of hauling masonry blocks done.
A long, hard day's work. We get it.
Calloused hands work a hammer and chisel around a massive slab of rock. Months from now, a face will take shape.
I've never done that sort of like manual labor, but I feel like it would be quite satisfying, you know, because it's basically art. Like when you're doing something with art, you're quite satisfied when it starts to take shape and looks amazing. So if you're actually chiseling like a statue and you start to see the outcome that you've envisioned for months, it'd be quite satisfying, I think.
You sense this one hid for days as the sounds of battle got closer and closer to town. You didn't even care who won, so long as it ended.
Moonrise diagram.
Someone's marked a spot at the base of Moonrise Towers. Worth a look. That might be worth a look.
And I actually perceived this door. On my very first playthrough, I remember having to reload to perceive this door, because it's like, the button's obviously right there. And you can tell when something's a hidden door, you know. This game makes it very obvious. Especially on the map. But I had to reload for this door for my first time because sucked at perceiving. A little bit of loot. Got some loot, killed some shadows. Pretty good. So, let's get on the road. Let's head down towards Moonrise Towers. Like I said before, we'll probably make it there and talk to a few people, but then we'll probably save the gist of Moonrise Towers.
Here we go.
The actual going in there for next time. Skeletons.
Dark Justiciars, who fell long ago in service of Shah and Ketheric Thorn.
Originated from somewhere nearby.
I think we'll head down to Moonrise Towers, and as we reach it, we might take a long rest. Because we're probably gonna need it. There's also some cursed fellas over here. I guess we'll take care of them.
Don't want to draw any attention. Carefully now.
Nice.
Need to find a way forward. This is gonna feel good.
The more I play this build, the more I understand how to actually play it. It's coming along slowly. Figure it out fully. Karlach's going to be a bit of a sitting duck up here, but finicky fireball. Did get a radiating orb on all the shadows. That's basically what I wanted. Got crits. I moved her a step too far, but she dodged it anyway.
Got to move.
Murdered those fellas. Since guiding is up there, I should be able to do this. Damn. That was close.
Have a lot on.
We're getting pretty strong now.
An older man turns his head away in shame. His neighbors would not renounce Selûne. Now they hang in the town square.
That's sad.
Let's see what this does.
You see a man drain his tankard in an inn as he listens to a flaming fist play the lute. He's better than his uniform might suggest. You feel a rush of outrage. This woman worshipped Shah to the end, so why does the Night Singer's curse not spare her?
Arabella?
Hey! I know you! You're...
What the hell are you doing out here?
Twist 'em up!
Impressive.
Wait, that's Arabella, is it not? Looks like she's got some new weave up her sleeve.
A funny thing to say.
Sorry. It knocks the wind right out of me.
Shouldn't you be with your parents?
That's who I'm looking for. Mom and Pops, I mean. When Zevlor... When he... Well... There was an ambush. Mum yelled, "Run!" So we ran. I could hear him running behind me. Till I couldn't. Still can't find him. But I bet you can. You'll help me, I just know it.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, miss. I knew you'd help me again. The vines won't last forever. I don't suppose I can stay with you. Just till you find Mum and Pops. I won't be any trouble, I swear it.
You can stay at my camp.
Oh, thanks. You're the best. So you send Mum and Pops there. I'll be waiting, hero lady.
Okay. Very interesting. As for these fellas... Of course I miss. Very funny game.
You sense a swell of grief. Before the shadows took her, this woman mourned someone lost in battle. You sense a matriarch's flush of pride. She will soon be a grandmother, and the child will bear her name. Maldred.
Maldred. Very old name, isn't it?
Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Ketheric Thorm. North Rythwin, East Rythwin Tollhouse, South Moonrise Towers, West the Waning Moon.
Alright, I guess we're going south. Let's head on in.
We're close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong here.
You'd hope so.
That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
Ah, one blessed like myself. What news, true soul?
Little from the field. What news inside?
General Ketheric's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back.
You'll find Zarel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
If it's an audience she desires, an audience let us provide.
In her name.
Praise the Absolute.
Moonrise Towers.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
We must be careful here.
Moonrise Towers. If this is indeed the very center of the Absolute schemes, then the source of our problem must be in here somewhere.
We're in the belly of the beast now. Try not to do anything too heroic.
I will try, Karlek.
This is the seat of the Absolute's power. Whatever the heart is, it's connected to this place somehow. We must find out.
The eye focuses on you, taking in every detail of your appearance.
Look them in the eye. Where exactly should I poke? So close. No point using inspiration
It is
there.
a simple construct designed to provide additional security.
Another true soul. The disciple will want to see you through the main doors.
Okay. I'll do that soon.
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlak, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Who's Flo?
Florenta the Garotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, or where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me.
That's fair. She rears her head, we'll handle her.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. What did she want, anyway?
She came dressed as a novice. Gave me 3 soul coins. Said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? Those could come in handy.
Let's have the soul coins then.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to.
Devil woo-woo.
You want the coins or not?
I'll hear the stories.
First coin's got the soul of a woman named Mavery. She was born to a cruel mother, and a violent father, and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate. Struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Mavery. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
It's a sad story indeed.
We're just getting started. This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Seems so. That is absolutely vile.
Karlak's the one set to consume his soul, I hear. Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ongir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand.
Kind of funny, I never actually heard those stories. So, because I never brought Karlak to that guy.
What's on your mind?
So you had a friend in Avernus. You never said.
You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends.
Have you looked at the note yet? What did it say?
Nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious.
Well, you do have real friends now.
Thank the gods. And I do, every day.
I keep forgetting to use soul coins, honestly.
Looking ahead.
If you have coin, then show it.
You'll never peddle your wares with that attitude.
I do not peddle. I put weapons in worthy hands. The Absolute needs warriors for her crusade. But I see only weaklings in this place.
Oh, they probably are. You want a warrior? Here I am.
Prove it. Who's singing your name?
Nobody sings my name. I don't leave any witnesses. Obviously.
Looks like there's bite in you yet. Want anything from my stash? You pay less than the rest.
What do you have to offer? Persuading this vendor, we do get his attitude to 100. So, pretty much the best vendor in the game. Don't have to give him any money, just tell him a story. Job done. We don't have a lot of money right now though. And there are some good items here that we do want. Like this halberd of vigilance. We'll have that for quite a while. Probably grab the fistbreaker helm as well. Sentinel shield is usually a thing that I pick up for the +3 initiative rolls, but since we're not using shields, it's well, don't need it.
Slaughter well, true soul.
But I do want to check the other vendor first before we buy things from him, because like I said, we're pretty poor right now. And it's Roa.
A new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul?
New face. We've met before. Goblin camp?
Of course. Just before some godless lunatic purged the place of every innocent soul.
Who could have that
pity
been?
neither of us saw what happened.
Indeed. I'd hardly call the goblins their innocents.
They were a little more frothing at the mouth than faithful, true enough. Here, though, look around. All manner of beasties united against the enemies of the Absolute. Quite a god to bring them all together, and quite a fool who draw their ire. Hmm?
You almost sound concerned for my safety.
More concerned that your business might be bad for my business. So don't go kicking the hive while there's still some honey to be had.
So she has the Nearer Missa, which is a pretty amazing hand crossbow. So there is some items that I need to pick up, obviously, but we'll be doing that when we do it. We have reached Moonrise Towers. Now through that door, something very important is going to happen. So we're going to do that next episode and start from there. Probably just explore Moonrise Towers and talk to a bunch of people here, and then hopefully not trigger too much drama. You can definitely make some stuff happen here, since it is an enemy base that you're infiltrating, basically. It's like the Goblin camp, in a way. Next episode, we'll head in those doors, start a chain reaction of cool things. Karlak's excited, look at her go. So thanks for joining me in this episode. I hope you all have a great night or day, depending on when you're watching. And I'll see you all in the next one.